283 steps. This case might come down to these. According to the prosecution, this is when Alec Murdaugh committed the murder, cleaned up the murder, disposed of the guns. But the steps that his lawyers say are important are the 59 steps on Maggie's phone. These steps happened not at the same time as his steps, but happened after she was killed. So according to them, he couldn't have committed the murders, because he didn't have the phone on him, and if he didn't have the phone on him, then somebody else did these murders. Will this case come down to essentially a step tracker? And they might, because of the lack of other evidence in this case. I've never seen a murder case where there was so little forensic evidence. Where are the swabs of the door handles, the sink handles in his home? Where are the swabs of the hose where a puddle of water was left? They were not swabbed. Despite there being a search warrant in his house, they never searched his home. They never asked him for those clothes that he would have committed the murder and that would have been bloody. You cannot ask the jury to make assumptions when you don't have evidence to back it up. They had the housekeeper on the scene and made a big deal about the fact that he asked her to clean the home a day later. That's not as helpful than saying, hey, we actually found, all these cleaning detergents that he cleaned up the blood with, or we found spots of blood in random places. You don't have that kind of evidence. You can't ask the jury to make leaps and assumptions in a murder trial. They just don't do it. How did he do on his direct and his cross? He did just fine. I don't think the prosecution moved their case that much farther. Clearly, he's a liar, but is he a murderer? I don't think they pushed the needle enough, because with the lack of evidence other than him lying about being at the kennel, that is their strongest evidence that he lied at being at the kennel. But is that enough without any blood anywhere on him in his home? I don't know. I think it's going to be hard for the jury to convict him.